Hey guys, welcome to The Pulse, your destination for gaming news, updates, and new releases. My name is June, and today we've got some interesting news we think you should know. And here are the topics we'll cover today. Lifebyyou being cancelled, Paradox Interactive closes Paradox Tectonic, Elden Ring director vows to shield FromSoftware from gaming industry layoffs, PSN adds new widgets into PS5 in a new software update, and some updates from the Nintendo Direct event. And to wrap everything up, new releases for this week. Let's jump in. Coming up first, Paradox Interactive has decided to cancel the release of the game Lifebyyou. In a recent interview with Frederick Wester, CEO of Paradox, he stated, "For a long time, we've held hopes for Lifebyyou and the potential we saw in it, but it is now clear that the game will not be able to meet our expectations. A version that we'd be satisfied with is too far away, and therefore we are taking the difficult decision to cancel the release. Moving forward, we should perform at a much higher level, and it's obvious that we have work ahead of us." Wester felt as though the company's performance was not meeting a high standard for his company. He also stated, "We've performed poorly in recent releases, even though we now start new projects in a different manner. It is clear that we must make further changes so that quality is more consistent and the promises we make to our players are met. We have to evaluate how we manage projects and how we organize, but we will and must get better. We have a very solid financial position and a strong core game portfolio, which keeps us confident about our future." Following Lifebyyou's cancellation, Paradox Interactive is also closing Paradox Tectonic. Paradox Interactive has decided to shut Tectonic's doors and cease any further operations in the studio. With the game Lifebyyou being cancelled, it has caused a halt on the company itself and they can no longer further their work. Webster stated, "This is difficult and drastic news for our colleagues at Tectonic. We've worked hard on Lifebyyou's early access release. Sadly, with the cancellation of their sole project, we have to take the tough decision to close down the studio. We are deeply grateful for their hard work in trying to take Paradox into a new genre." Up next, we have Elden Ring director vows to shield FromSoftware from gaming industry layoffs. In recent news, former FromSoftware president Hidetaka Miyazaki had made a statement vowing to protect his studio from layoffs. Miyazaki takes commitment to his job security very seriously as he plans to continue working with all of his staff. Miyazaki has addressed the ongoing issue of layoffs in the video game industry, asserting his commitment to protecting his studio. While acknowledging that FromSoftware's future isn't entirely within his control due to its ownership by Kadokawa Corporation, Miyazaki expressed confidence that the parent company shares his views on layoffs. Miyazaki plans to do everything he can to assure all employees will remain employed while he's still around. Other companies such as Arcane Austin and Tango Gameworks have had to let go of a handful of employees. That is something he wants to avoid at all costs. In some exciting news, PlayStation has plans to release new widgets as well as new wallpapers in an upcoming software update. This latest update, part of the most recent beta, takes things further by adding a bunch of details and access to features. Things are more or less front and center, so you won't have to dig for details that you might be looking for. PlayStation is trying to make finding things in the system faster and easier for its users. Ever wonder what your battery life is looking like? Well, there will be widgets that show you the battery life of currently connected accessories, such as your controller or headset. There's also a widget just below that for console storage. These widgets are interactive as well. The widgets that are part of the UI update are just the tip of the iceberg. Sony has added even more info panels with access to various other features that PS5 offers. You can access a lot of these new panels to the right of the widgets, starting with the Game Captures panel. The way you typically access your game captures is by hitting the PS button and your captures are in that list of panels that show up. If you hit this button just after you save a capture, then it'll be in the first panel in the list. If not, then you scroll a bit and the game captures are there. So to further your customization abilities, PlayStation has also decided to bring back the choice of changing your wallpapers. There will be a handful of wallpapers Sony will give out, but if you happen to have a screenshot on your system, you're more than welcome to use that as a wallpaper too. There's no word on when this update will be rolled out. Given Update 9.0 was released on March 13th, it may be some time until we see these changes. Our final news for this week is a quick rundown of the Nintendo Direct event. Among some of the announcements, some of the biggest titles were The Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom, which lets you play as Princess Zelda, our first look at Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, Mario & Luigi Brotherhood, Super Mario Party Jamboree, the HD 2D remakes of the first 3 Dragon Quest games, and so much more. Here are some of the games that we're actually excited for. Mario and Luigi Brothership is jumping to Nintendo Switch on November 7th with a very unique and colorful art style. This new adventure will send our favorite brothers on an island-hopping adventure on the part ship, part island called Shipshape Island. As Mario and Luigi journey across Concordia, they will visit rainforests, cities, and more, alongside running into Peach, Bowser, and other Mushroom Kingdom favorites. Next, after over 7 years, Nintendo has finally shown off Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, with gameplay in the 2025 release window. Nintendo first announced that Metroid Prime 4 was in development during its E3 2017 presentation, with Bandai Namco Studios taking the lead. However, during Metroid Prime 4's initial development, the project had ran into some trouble. In 2019, Nintendo announced that development had restarted and that Retro Studios, the original developers of the franchise, would be tasked with making the game. We're looking forward to playing as Samus again in 2025. Then lastly, Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection. Arcade Classics brings X-Men Children of the Atom, Marvel Superheroes, X-Men vs. Street Fighter, Marvel Superheroes vs. Street Fighter, Marvel vs. Capcom Clash of Superheroes, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, and The Punisher under one Switch-shaped roof. It will be released later in 2024 and includes original songs from the arcade releases, development documentation, and never-before-seen art. Those were our top 3 picks from the Nintendo Direct. What are yours? Leave a comment below. Before we fully end the news, here's a look at Metroid. That wraps up our news segment. Next up, new game releases for this week. And that's your weekly pulse. If you've made it to the end, thanks for watching. Drop a comment below and tell us what games you're playing and what you're looking forward to. Remember to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. Thanks again. See you next week.